This is Action News Sunday.
Welcome back to Action News Sunday. Joining us this week on our program is Lenny Curry, chairman of the Republican Party of Florida. Lenny, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with issue number one this week, the health care decision by the U.S. Supreme Court. First thing Mitt Romney did, the presumptive nominee, is come out and say day one, if he's elected, he would work to repeal this. Is that something that, what's your reaction to that?
That's what Republicans in the House and Republicans running for the Senate are saying. That's what Mitt Romney is saying. That's what Republicans want to see. The Supreme Court ruled that this is a tax, but that it's constitutional. So now it's our job as individuals to go out and change that at the ballot box.
Florida's Governor Rick Scott seems to be banking on a GOP takeover of not only the White House and of Congress. Is his delay of implementing all or part of this health care law ultimately, if he's wrong, going to hurt Floridians?
No, Governor Scott's trying to do what's right by Floridians, and that is to, in fact, make sure that health care is reformed in a way that it's good for the patient and the doctor, a relationship between the patient and the doctor. And Obamacare doesn't do that. Obamacare will drive up costs. It will not be beneficial to patients and doctors. So he's doing the right thing and taking the right stand, as many other governors are.
If he is wrong, though, again, if this backfires, is this legacy material? Could he go down as a governor and a former healthcare executive who ended up keeping some Floridians from getting health insurance?
No, we know that this law is not real popular with Floridians and with the electorate, but he's also doing the right thing. Governor Scott is working on creating jobs. He's working on making sure our children are educated, and this health care law is, in fact, a job killer.
All right. The governor has long made known that this isn't a popularity contest, but he has been hurting in the polls, public opinion. The party here in Florida has spent some money on kind of propping up his image through television campaigns and robocalls. Is his popularity hurting his effect on policy?
No, his policies poll very well. He's doing the right thing. He's doing exactly what he campaigned on. Our messaging, our advertising is simply a way of communicating with Floridians what exactly he's done, and that is that unemployment's at a 3-year low under his leadership. He put $1 billion into education. We're just getting that message out to Floridians.
All right. Has Rick Scott hurt the Republican brand in Florida?
Oh, well, he's helped the brand. Rick Scott ran as an outsider. Rick Scott ran as a reformer, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
All right. He made, during his campaign, we heard the term career politician over and over again, and his success with running on that brand was kind of echoed by many other politicians who ran for office here in Florida. But you can't operate in a vacuum. A lot of folks would say once he took office, he learned he has to work with the career politicians in order to get anything done. Did that hurt him at all, you think, that first year with that first budget?
No, I mean, he's got a good relationship with the Republican legislature, the Republican-led legislature, and we see that he accomplished what he set out to accomplish this last legislative session with Republicans in the House and the Senate.
And this legislative session, a lot of people would say it's a more modest budget, a more modest presentation he is making.
Well, he's focused on what he campaigned on, job creation, educating our children. And he's being very successful at it.
All right. Florida is about to take the national spotlight coming in August with the convention happening in Tampa. Let's talk about the governor has been invited to talk at the RNC, but hasn't been invited for a keynote speech. What does that say?
Many of the plans are still being made. I don't even know exactly what the schedule is for the convention yet. While it seems it's really close to end of August, it's still very far away in terms of planning. There's a lot of moving parts at this stage. Governor Scott will have an important role. He is the titular head of the Republican Party in Florida, so that remains to be seen, but I'm sure he'll play an important role.
All right, as we get closer to November of 2012, issue number one, do you think health care is going to take over now in terms of health care and the economy?
Health care and jobs. President Obama has failed us on job creation. He spent his political capital on health care, which even though it's been deemed constitutional, it's still not popular. He ignored the economy. He's demonized business, small business, and job creators, and I think ultimately that's going to hurt him. Mitt Romney is creating a compelling case for job creation.
All right, Lenny, what do you think is the GOP's biggest challenge going into November 2012 in terms of a Florida victory?
Just getting our message out to all different groups that we are, in fact, the party of opportunity and job creation, the party that believes that you and your kids and your grandkids can be anything that they want to be, whatever it is they dream at when they're dream of as little children. The Democratic Party doesn't believe that. They believe in a cradle-to-grave government. We believe in individual opportunity. Our biggest challenge is communicating that and getting that message out.
All right, Lenny Curry, chairman of the Republican Party of Florida, thanks again for joining us.
Always a pleasure. All right.